Hi everybody, it's Scott. In today's video, I'm going to give you a rundown of everything on my desk, and then we're going to look at a couple Balisongs, one of which is brand spanking new. I'm really excited to get into it. We're going to start with my desk though. First thing up, we have my guitar, which is 1/4 scale Enya guitar. Yes, that Enya. I have an iPad Pro. I have my Squiddy Industries stickers. I have my water bottle with the following stickers. I love you. Can you repeat the part about the stuff where you said all of the things? Focus on the good. Socially awkward but still friendly. Emotional support water bottle. Living the dream. Stay positive. Be the change. And that is a math problem that goes along with staying positive. iPhone, Apple Watch charger, Rubik's Cube. Yes, I can solve it. Fidget ring that's clicky. A charger for my Aura Ring 4. 2 3D printed Balisongs. This one I printed, one of the first Balisongs I started playing around with. This one my cousin made, and I will show you what it does here in a second. Not flipping wise, but just why it's so cool. I have a 3D printed fidget knife, gravity knife. I have my beard comb, wooden. I have my Big Idea Designs titanium bit driver with bits. On that, right now I have my T10 bit that came with my Balisong Vulp. This is a gum dispenser by, I think the company is called Quip. I'd open it all the way, but it would literally shoot gum out of my face. So this was printed with some material that changes color as it gets warm. So that's what's really cool about this. All right. Then I have my Balisong stands. What's cool about these is I designed them and printed them myself. This is the first one that I designed. I just kind of did a wedge up in the front, flat back, but that does not offer very much support in the back. I prefer this design that I put on it because I like the currently flipping in the circle, but it makes it really small for this particular format because it's hard to read. So I adjusted it and made it bigger, and in this bigger version you can see that the L in flipping is actually a Balisong. So I like this better as the stand, but these are cool because I made them out of an idea. Then I have my wallet. In my wallet I have card stuff. I have a copper Civivi pocket knife. I have a titanium flat EDC pen with a pink ink cartridge in it. I have my field notes, and I have my current daily driver. Very excited about it. We'll get into that in a minute. Then I have this pocket pouch that I made out of paracord, which is currently housing my Balisong Vulp Teflon. We'll get into that and this Squiddy-U here in a minute. TV remote, clicky little button. My pick pad that my wife had gotten me, full of these little beads that I can pick them out. Save all the beads for no reason. Coffee mug, speaker, hand lotion, clock. Notepads, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, bone conductive headset. There we go. Now let's get into the good stuff. Squid Industries Squiddy-U, the Balisong Vulp Teflon, LDY Orion-S Comb. This is the first one I got. Got this one immediately after. This is my newest one and the one that I was most excited about. Quality-wise, they're all awesome. Nothing bad to say about any of them. However, they are all different. These two are heavier, this one is lighter. So I usually play around with these two first, and when my hand starts getting sore, I'll pick this one up because I can keep flipping the Balisongs for longer. But review-wise, I don't really have much to say as far as how the tuning is, how it sounds when it's ringing. I'm not good enough for that stuff because I've only been doing this for a couple weeks. What I can do though is I can talk about my opinions on each of these based on what I'm currently trying to learn. For example, this one being Teflon, it's supposed to be really grippy here where it's bumpy, and I'm sure that it is, but I don't know how to do any of the ladders or anything like that. I mean, that's not really my thing yet. But the other thing with the Teflon, as far as I'm concerned, these spots that are smooth are really smooth. And so for rollovers, I'm realizing that it works really, really well for rollovers. But that same reason, it doesn't work really great when you're just learning chaplains. So when I'm learning chaplains on this, it flies off my hand, off my finger all the time. But when I'm learning rollovers, the rollovers are smooth as butter. So that's one of the benefits of this is, I mean, as far as the regular flipping, it flips fine. It flips normal. I am not a professional flipper, so I can't really, provide much feedback on that. But as someone who is learning how to do this, this is really good for rollovers. This is really good for anything like that. As far as the twirl, it's good with the twirl. I wish it had a little bit more grip for the finger. There's a little bit in the channel, and that's okay. But because it's smooth, there is no friction whatsoever on my palm when I'm spinning it around. So it is really good with the twirl. But the smoothness of the rollovers is ridiculous with this. It's almost too good. So we'll get into a little bit more of this later after I start talking about other Balisongs, and then I can compare. The Squiddy-U is the next one that I got. This one is plastic, which makes it lighter. So after I've been using the other Balisongs and my hand is getting sore, this is the one that I pick up so that I can keep flipping a little bit longer. Another benefit of this one is, and it's going to sound like a con, but it is a pro for the way that I use it. This one, just like the Vulp, the Squiddy-U has square handles, but the Squiddy-U, the handles feel sharper, or the corners feel sharper. Whereas while this is still square, it's like a squircle, like a square circle. The corners are really, really rounded, more so when you get down here. So this doesn't feel nearly as sharp, whereas this does. And where this proved beneficial is when I was learning the behind the 8-ball, where you go around your thumb here, and then you go around like this. No, that's not how you do it. Let's see, how do you do it? So here, and then here. Oh, that is how you do it. Okay. With this, it became very, very, very clear to me how that maneuver needed to work when going from around my finger into around my thumb. Because it's so square, it snapped right into place and became very apparent that this needed to be perpendicular to my thumb in order to go around it. And once I got that figured out, it made it easier for me to do it on the one that wasn't as square. So this really helped me learn the maneuver for the rollovers. But then once I got that, this and the Teflon butteriness is what allowed for the rollovers to really improve in the fluidity. Then the most recent one, the LDY Orion-S with the comb blade, is by far my favorite because this is the one that I was most excited to get as soon as I learned that it existed, primarily because of the comb blade. But quality-wise, this is probably the best quality, but I don't know, because again, not a professional here. I can't really speak to, the benefits of, this being a single piece design, this being a sandwich design versus the other types. I just don't know that stuff as well. But what I can say is interesting. This is the one that feels the best to flip around, but this is not necessarily the best for me to learn on. And that's because, again, square handles, but if you do a cross section here, this part of the handle is actually an octagon, not square. So it has 8 sides in total, which makes it very round. So when you're doing the rollovers and you're learning, it very naturally can go anywhere, which once you've learned the trick is really, really great. But when you're trying to figure out exactly where everything snaps into place, it's easier to do that one on the Squiddy. But once you have it perfected, it's more fun to do it on the LDY. So as far as the LDY goes, it sounds amazing. It's got a beautiful ring to it. But again, I don't know much about that stuff. Flipping wise though, it's wonderful. So currently the combo that I've been working on is the behind the 8 ball going into a helix. And the way that I worked on that was with the Squiddy-U, learning, step by step, what are each of the moves. And then once I got those down, it was still a little choppy because I was stopping after each step before moving on to the next move. Then I picked up the Vulp Teflon, going through the same motions, but noticed that it was just a whole lot smoother because of how the Teflon just kind of slides across the skin. So then I start perfecting the fluidity with this one. Not perfect, but perfecting. Then I pick up the LDY once I have everything else kind of worked out, and it just feels so much smoother. Not smoother. It feels, I feel more confident with it, even though I'm, kind of screwing it up right now. But this is the one that I just kind of sit and mess around with. I can do it for hours or until I drop it. So that's it. That's what I got going on today. 3 Balisongs, all are awesome. That's kind of my review. I guess the review portion is this is awesome, this is awesome, this is awesome. I would recommend all of them. As a set, I would recommend them as a set, just because, you know, learning the same way that I'm learning, the way that I just described, I mean, I stand behind because it works, but not for everybody. If you just want one, any of these would be good. If you just want one and need the best that you can get for the most sort of tricks, honestly, I would say the LDY comb, only because the Vulp, because of the Teflon, because of how slippery it is, it's great for rollovers. It becomes a bear with chaplains. On the other hand, the LDY comb has a great hand feel, and the friction is there perfectly. So, you know, when you do the chaplain, I mean, I can chaplain for miles. It's super great. Whereas the Vulp, I mean, unless you're really used to it and used to the speed, it's just so easy to slide off. Yeah, so that's the only nay that I have to say about any of these, is super slippery when dealing with the chaplain. But aside from that, these are awesome. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions with regards to the Balisongs or anything else that I kind of walked through today. Let me know what you want to see in the next video. I do have a poll out there on the channel asking what you guys want to see. One person had said that they wanted to see a review, so this is what I put together for you. Other people say they want to see more on positivity. I have a couple different options. So if you want to control what you see on my channel, go ahead and find that poll and vote. Otherwise, stick around and we'll see what's in the next one. Thanks, everybody. Love you.